Chinchy on a Monday. How you doing, man? How was the weekend for you, brother? Oh, wait, dude, wait, hang on.
What?
It's your birthday today, baby.
Yeah, bro.
Let me do a let me do a little song real quick. Happy
Okay.
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Big Chinch. Bam. Happy birthday to you.
Thanks, man.
Let's go, man.
Wait, let me see if this works. The peace sign, it's supposed to do the balloons. Is it doing the balloons?
Oh, here you go. Did it do it?
Nah, it didn't do it.
Oh, you know why? You know why I figured it out.
Oh, you turned your alert.
No, it's on my phone.
Oh,
The other day I was on my phone and I was on my
right.
phone. I was doing something with a buddy of mine, and he goes, "Bro," he goes, "a thumb just came up on your thing."
Oh.
Balloons are flying in the background, so it's some
Dude,
filter on my phone's on.
Speaking of your iPhone, look at my present my family got me, man.
Dude, let's
Humble
go.
brag here.
Apple Watch.
Yeah, the new Nike one, some sort of Nike Apple Watch.
Oh,
Whatever.
really?
Dude, yeah, but let me tell you something. Look, this pisses me off. First of all, I'm obsessed with it. I'm still gonna buy everything, so I don't know why I'm complaining. But you know what they do now with Apple Watch, boom, they give you the watch. No. You got to go over and buy a band for like $50, right? And then here's where they also get you with these things. They give you, you have an Apple Watch, I think, right? They give you that little charger port thing that it
I don't have one, but Sarah does. I know
okay. So they give you the charger. They don't give you like the thing to put it into a plug. You got to go buy one of those. Do you understand what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like you get this part, but you don't get the thing where you got to plug it in.
Dude, it's all about the money, bro. They know what they're doing.
It's all about the Benjamins. But thanks for singing me happy birthday, man. That really started my day off real nice.
See, dude, congrats. Only one birthday a year, bro.
Yeah, it only happens once a year.
What's today? 22nd?
About you, like I'm 1 in 864 billion chances.
420 trillion, bro. 420 trillion.
And hey, man, every year got through one. I could have been eaten by an alligator 6 months ago. You never know what's going to happen.
You never know, dude. You never know.
Nice.
That's why it's one day at a time, dude. One day
at a time, just like the TV show. Who was the guy with the
Schneider?
You knew exactly. Schneider.
He had the cigarettes rolled up in his sleeve.
He was the best. How about the young girl on that one that marrying
Valerie Bertinelli?
She's great.
Now she's on. You know what she's on now? She's the freaking. When my daughter watches
baking
championship, yeah, she's one of the judges with this other guy.
She's sweet on that channel. She's a good cook too. Anyway,
Gillian. What's the other judge name? Duff Goldman.
Duff is great.
And Valerie Bertinelli are the
little known fact. Duff Goldman is like 4'6". No, he's not short. No, yeah, he's like super short. Great. Really? He's great too. I watch those.
Oh, he's great, dude.
Anyway, all right, so. I'm like, my head's all over the place, dude, because I get the football stuff I'm doing. This weekend's games were unbelievable. Did you watch the Bills?
I watched all of them, dude. I actually did.
Dude.
I want to say before we get going.
Go.
I want to say, first off, I'm excited for my man John Kanka out there in Detroit. He loves the Lions, but I'm excited for the Lions, dude. Dan Campbell seems like the modern day William Wallace.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like they say the culture that he has in there is incredible. And I want to touch on one thing too. First off, those Detroit fans, dude, when they get fired up, I'm telling you, I got the chills watching those games, brought me back memories of the World Series in 06 and that whole run we had and Who's Your Tiger. And those fans, they love Detroit, dude. They are passionate about, and you could see it coming across there at Ford Field. Obviously, they haven't been to the postseason in
30, this is like 04 Red Sox. This is like
it's incredible.
The Cubs in
Dan Campbell, and one other thing that I love about Dan Campbell, and I brought this up for Breakthrough Pro last night about perspectives. There's a book out there called Anti-Fragile Confidence. I think it's called Anti-Fragile Confidence. And the point of that being is last year I saw Dan Campbell wearing these anti-fragile confidence shirts, right? And so what that means would be like, Chinch, if you were like say you were a FedEx box and you were getting shipped somewhere and on that box it said fragile, handle me with care. I break if anything happens to me, right? Or then there was another word on it, robust. Hey, you can throw me around a little bit, but eventually I'm going to break. But if you had a label on there that said anti-fragile, you know what that means? Throw me around. Do whatever you can because I don't break. I'm a tough some gun. When things get tough, I get tougher. And that was Dan Campbell's message to these guys when he first got there. We're going to have anti-fragile confidence. We're going to get beat around. People think we're the Lions. We're going to go through some growing pains here, trying to get to what our identity is and figure out, where we're going to go. But we're going to win a Super Bowl here at some point. Follow me, boys. Follow me. And you see Dan Campbell on that sidelines, how big he is. And there's just a presence about him that says, like, when things get tough, we actually get tougher. We're not fragile. We're not robust. We're anti-fragile. When things don't go our way, we keep running. I just love that. And I remember when Dan Campbell first got that job, I saw that shirt and I just thought they're going to do well, man. And you could see it. That team takes on his personality, especially the quarterback.
Dude, Jared Goff, man. Yeah, we were talking about this before. Just never gets love. It's funny. It happened with Stafford when he was there too. Like the dude would throw up huge numbers and like, well, but he's not the guy. He's not the guy. He's not the guy. And so like that's the other cool thing. They've been riding this wave too. First of all, the players love him. I hate to throw and be a name dropper, but I know Amon-Ra St. Brown. He works for the 30. He has a show on our 33rd team.
Yeah, what's he like?
First of all, coolest guy. Him and his brother Equinemius. They are the sweetest, nicest, most down to earth. By the way, because Amon-Ra is elite. I mean, elite, dude. But he talks about They love Campbell. They also have Goff on.
Is that what they said? They love Campbell.
By the way, St. Brown Bros podcast. It's the two brothers together. They're in their what do they call that? Twitch, that video gamer channel.
Yeah.
And they just talk so much crap to each other, but obviously they love each other so much, and it's one of the greatest shows out there.
I want to watch that show. And also too, are they from an athletic background?
Yes, their dad.
Because on the air last night they go, is it Ramon St. Wait.
Amon-Ra
and
Equinemius. Two beautiful names.
They were saying that they were saying his legs are huge. They're like, you don't realize how strong he is. His legs are huge. And then they said from his genes or something. I'm like, his dad,
their father, John Brown, 1980s bodybuilder and two-time amateur Mr. Universe.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. No, I thought that too, because I knew the parents were athletes, but I was like, I forgot what their dad did, and I looked it up. Yeah. Anyway, but they had Goff on, and Goff is like, first of all, he seems like the coolest guy. And that back to your Dan Campbell thing, it's like Detroit has this. It's a fighter mentality, like Pittsburgh. Remember we talk about you're hardworking meat and potatoes.
These are blue collar people.
Blue collar. Detroit, Michigan, and generally like everybody who is on that team understands and appreciates what they're doing for that fan base.
Right.
And when Goff just epitomizes the guy that gets beat down and nobody, has struggles and has had struggles in his career. And after last week's win, Dan Campbell in the locker room goes, "You're good enough for Detroit, Jared Goff." And that's
got the chills.
Dude, that's one of their rallying cries. I mean, they are. I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for them.
I'm rooting for him, dude.
Yeah, the other teams have had success. The other players have had success. Brock Purdy is going to have success. And by the way, has come to the top of the mountain. You talk about.
Wasn't he Mr. Irrelevant?
Yes. Yeah.
He was the last pick of the draft or something.
He's also the guy that everybody's chirping about right now. He's not that good. He's actually not good. He's not good. And then he goes out and has a game-winning drive for Montana. Game-winning.
Yeah, well, dude, what happened on that game? I missed it. I just saw the score on that one at the end.
It was rainy, messy. He was doing nothing. The biggest key to that game was Deebo Samuel went out early, and Deebo Samuel is like their Swiss Army knife, and just like when he's going, then forget about it. Then the tight end's going.
And McCaffrey was kind of battling that quad too.
Battling quad, and all he did was score 2 touchdowns while he was beat up. That guy's a freak of nature. I think he's the best player in football right now. Player, not quarterback. Quarterbacks are a whole other. Quarterbacks are like at a whole other level.
It's a quarterback league. If you don't have a good quarterback, you ain't winning.
Yeah. Anyway, But dude, the grit in Detroit is the story. I mean, they are like America's team going into the next weekend. And dude, you talk about that in being in Detroit. I was in that stadium, the Super Bowl where the bus. Oh, dude, when Pittsburgh beat
Yeah.
Seattle,
Yeah. Yeah.
I went to that Super Bowl for
2006.
yeah, for
Yeah.
ESPN, dude. That place is on top of you. I remember being
Right.
in they used to do those really fun all the players sit around and they do the, I don't want to say the word the reporters go around and ask all the questions, whatever that
Oh
is.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Super Bowl media day.
Yeah.
I remember being in there and I'm like, wow, when this place is packed, it must feel like old Yankee Stadium or something like that. Like the top stands you could feel like right above you. So, oh man, Detroit, good for them, good for the fan base, good for everybody involved, I say.
Yeah. No, it's great. I'm so excited, dude. I'm
Yeah.
really excited for them.
Yeah. Anyway, so hey, let's flip it to baseball because this is an interesting topic. Mark Feinstein does a great job. We got to get him on one day, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely do.
Yeah, he comes out and locks in a report that the free agent market for left-hander Blake Snell has reportedly included a number of teams, but only one has extended an offer to last season's National League Cy Young winner. It is the Yankees. We know that the Yankees made the offer. 6 years, 150, which I'll just say my piece real quick. I think that's what I would pay Blake Snell. But are you surprised that nobody else has made an offer? And why do you think that may be, if Mark is correct?
Well, first off, I mean, Blake Snell is a 2-time Cy Young Award winner. So when he's good, he's really good. And then I think some of the other years you look at, you're like, looks like a number 3, like as far as the stats go. But I think the one stat, when teams are analyzing, obviously really diving in as far as, locking up anybody long term, I think the one red flag with Blake Snell would be the walks. He led the National League or Major League Baseball last year in walks. Yeah. Obviously, he won the Cy Young. He's nasty. He doesn't mind the walks either. I love what he said about, hey, listen, I don't mind the walks because there's certain guys maybe I don't want to pitch to, and I'm going to pitch them tough. I'm not going to give in, and then I'm going to get the guy that's behind him or whatever. But sometimes that doesn't work out because these are big league hitters. But it's worked out for him. He's got an elite curveball, an absolute elite curveball. Right. And, so I think the biggest thing is I think that stat right there is probably shying some teams away from giving the long-term deal of leading the league in walks. I don't know if that ends well.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, and especially in this analytically driven world. And you said the analytics of pitching is like it gets all the way down to like what you do on a Tuesday when you've eaten a chicken sandwich for lunch, and they can go that deep.
Is it organic chicken, farm raised, pasture raised, or egg?
Oh, by the way, there's a new thing in football that is directly from like this Brian Kenny school of analytics. I realized last night we're doing a show and everybody's talking and they're making jokes about how wins and losses don't matter for starting quarterbacks. Wins are not a stat. I had this conversation. We did the show last night with Trey and Chase Daniel, and they were joking about it on the show. And I'm like, wait, is that a new thing? Is that a thing now in the NFL? Wins are not a reflection of a good starting quarterback. And I was like, what is this, deja vu? This is like BK and Harold doing a fist fight in the middle of a studio drink. I don't understand.
So Brock Purdy. What do we judge quarterbacks on? A lot of game-winning drives. So Brock Purdy steps up, finds a way to be calm in the pocket, make the game-winning drive to do what, Chinch? Right. To win the game. To win the game.
Right. He won the game.
What coach? You play to win the game.
Yes, that's Herm
right?
Edwards.
Herm Edwards. You play to win the game. You know what, dude? At the end of the day, everyone just tries to make their narrative. Ugh. This doesn't matter. RBIs don't matter. Stop it. The whole point, like Pete Alonso, yeah, he hit 217, but blah, 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 blah. But he drove in 180. RBIs don't matter, though. You know what, dude? At the end of the game, when you come into the manager and they go, hey, Skip, how come you didn't win tonight? Hey, we didn't get the big hit. We couldn't get a guy to sack up and get the big hit.
Right.
Hey, why'd you lose? Why did you win? Hey, we got the big hit. Why do you think Miguel Cabrera was so valuable to the Tigers? He got a ton of big hits. He drove in 120. Why was Ken Griffey Jr. so valuable? He drove in 140 runs. I mean, dude, this narrative, I love the other narrative too. I guess in like stadiums now, they're not putting up batting average anymore. They're putting up OPS.
Stop it.
Oh yeah. No more. I swear to God, dude, I
man.
think in Philly, they're going out and they're just putting OPS. Like, okay, so that doesn't tell the whole story, dude. Like, that is just because you have a good OPS doesn't mean you're a good hitter. Okay, usually your average matters for how good of a hitter you are. So like, they're just people are trying to sell the narrative that this stat's more important than this stat. And this stat, you can write the story any way you want. You know, you can make the meaning whatever you want it to be. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
that stuff. The wins don't matter. I mean, we need to the team that wins the most games wins the Super Bowl. The team that wins the most games wins, the World Series. You want players that are winning players that go out there and you can justify or account for a win.
Yeah, and oh, you're mad. I like it. Oh, I'm mad too.
Yes.
Here, I'm gonna give you an example. Your buddy, when growing up a Yankees fan, Andy Pettit. Yeah, no, he's only good. He's only got all these wins because he plays for the Yankees. No, well, okay. I just looked at this and I have a good example of it. Oh, so he had years where he'd have like 16 wins, but like a 4.2 ERA and whatever. Guess what? He goes to Houston, not the Yankees lineup. How about having a 2.39 ERA one year? So maybe, just maybe, Andy Pettit pitched to the situation he was in to give his team a chance to win. So if the Yankees are up 6-1 in the 5th inning, and he's like, you know what? Mo's a little banged up. This guy's a little banged up. I'm going 7. I can go 8 today. Maybe I give up that 2-run homer, but I know we're going to win 6-3 instead of 6-1. But my numbers aren't going to look as good. But guess what? 21 wins, 18, 16, 14, 19, 15, 13, 21, 17, 14, 15, 14, 14, and then 11-3.
Dude, you know what? I love that. And Andy Pettit's one of my favorite guys. Talk about being in New York this year. He's one of my absolute favorite people. Got to really know Andy. At the end of the day, Chinch, if you ask the pitchers and you ask the quarterbacks, what are you trying to do? I'm trying to win the ball game. Like you just said, whatever it takes to win the game. And you know what it is, dude? You start telling pitchers, you start telling quarterbacks, hey, you're going to get paid. The wins and losses don't matter. Now you're giving them built-in excuses for these guys. Hey, man, it doesn't matter. Just go out and do whatever. Just give us some innings. It's a built-in excuse. No, go win us a ball game, dude.
Yep.
Whatever tonight entails, if it's a blowout, give us innings. If it's a tight game, don't give up runs. If you're a quarterback, and it's got to be an ugly game, don't turn the ball over today. Do whatever it takes to win this game. So, like, just saying the wins and losses don't matter is such an excuse for the numbers guys to be like, well, these numbers are more important. No, dude, it's too simple and it's too basic to say that wins do matter. It's the whole point of the freaking game. That's why you play the games. No one cares what your stats are. No one remembers who came in second place. You're trying to win the whole thing.
Let's go, man. Oh, that's 2027 when you become a manager. That's how you got to start. Yeah, I love it. All right, dude. I'm going to go win the game right now. I'm going to have a lot of birthday cake and crap later today. I'm going to get after it, dude.
Nice, dude.
Yeah,
nice,
I got another year. I made it. I made it around the globe.
Let's go, bro. One day at a time. Hey, you know what you got, Chinch? 365 more awesome days, brother. Let's make them awesome.
I'm very excited. I'm very happy. You know, one of my things I'm very proud of is being friends with you, man. It's a good part of my life.
Bro, so, me too, brother. I love you, man. I'm so grateful you're 46. I'm 49. I got the big 5-0 coming up, bro. I expect you to be here for my birthday.
Okay. The goal is to look younger than your age, I guess.
Exactly. You're aging backwards, shit. You're aging backwards.
A couple of hair plugs might help. Let's get down the line. All right, man.
Hey, dude, pretty soon they're going to have a pill you can take. You're going to grow back like a chia pet. Like, hey, look at Chinch. Look at Chinch's hair. Bob Ross. He turned into Bob Ross in 3 weeks.
Nice. All right, brother.
All right, bro. Love you, man. Have a great rest of the day. Hey, everybody out there, thanks for listening. We'll see you tomorrow.